All right, so we're going to do notes 57 and we're talking about adding versus multiplying and the different rules. Okay, remember that you can only add terms if they are like terms. Okay, that means the variables must be exactly the same, and you're going to add this, and same exponents. So for example, an x squared and an x are not like terms. They do not have the same exponent. Okay, and you can see, we can see in these algebra tiles that 3x looks different than 3 constant would. An x squared looks different than just an x would. So I can't combine these and say it's 4x. X squared is not the same thing as a regular x. Okay, let's look at this. So I can see that all of these are like, so I can say that these are like terms. I can add them all up. X plus x plus x plus x is 4x. Okay, these are all like terms. X squared plus x squared plus x squared is 3x squared. Remember, I leave exponents alone when I'm adding. I'm not going to add all those up and say there's 6 because that's a multiplying rule, not an adding rule. So when I'm adding, I leave my exponents alone. So on number 6, I have 2x plus 5x, 2x squared plus 5x squared is 7x squared. Here I see I have squareds and regular x's, so I can only combine my x squareds with other x squareds. So 4 plus 1 is 5x squared. And then I can only combine x's with x's. And if you notice, I'm putting them in different shapes. So 7 plus 8 is a positive 15x. I cannot combine those two. Okay, now let's go back to our multiplying rules. Remember, parentheses or a dot is multiplying. So I am multiplying x times x. Well, x times x is x squared. Okay, remember when I'm multiplying, I'm going to multiply big numbers. Okay, so 1 times 1 is just a hidden 1. But I'm going to add little numbers. So 1 plus 1 is 2. All right, and then x times 5 is 5x. I cannot add those together, so I'm done. X times 2x is 2x squared. And then x times negative 4 is negative 4x. All right, down here, I can combine all of them with a sign. I can combine all of them because they are all x squared. So in my calculator, I can just plug in 5 minus 8 minus 4, and I get negative 7, and it's x squared. Here I have 10x squared. I'm going to look and see where the other one's at. There's another x squared. 10 plus 2 is 12x squared. And then I have an x here, and I have a negative x here. So 3x minus x is plus 2x. Here I have negative x squared, and I'm going to look, there's another x squared. So I have negative 1 plus 1. Well, negative 1 plus 1 equals 0. So I'm not going to write 0x squared. I'm just not going to write it at all. They canceled each other out. So 3x plus minus 4x is negative 1x. Okay, here's an x squared. There's an x squared. 1 plus 5 is 6x squared. Then I have an x. I don't see any other x's to combine it with, so I'm just going to bring it over. And then I have negative 7 and positive 1. Negative 7 plus 1 is negative 6. I cannot combine any of those together. They're all different. All right. I have parentheses, so I have multiply. So I'm going to multiply 3 times x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 7 is a positive 21. Whoop. Positive 21. And then I'm just going to bring down this 8 in front. Now that I've gotten rid of parentheses, I'm going to see if there's anything I can combine. So I have a constant here and a constant there. So 8 plus 21 is 8 plus 21 is 29. So I'm just going to write negative 3x plus 29. All right, I have multiply again, but this time I have an x times an x. So x times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. And then I'm just going to bring down this last term. Now I'm going to combine what's alike. I have a positive x squared and a negative 5. So 1 minus 5 is negative 4x squared. And then I'm just going to bring over my 4x because I have nothing to combine it with. Okay, so let's look at the rules on the back. Okay, so when we are adding, they must be like terms. They have to have the same letter with the same exponent in order for me to combine them. Okay, my powers do not change. Right? Now, when we're multiplying, we have different rules. When we're multiplying, we don't need like terms. It doesn't matter if they're like terms. We don't need them. Okay, and our exponents will change. So here's an x squared, there's an x, there's an x. Doesn't even matter if there was a y. They don't have to be the same. I can multiply all my big numbers together. So 2 times 5 is 10, times 8 is 80. And then I'm going to add my exponents. What we need to remember is that they're hidden exponents. This is an x to the 1, that's an x to the 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Okay, so here's some examples. I'm not going to go over them, but you can look at them. We're going to do 16, 17, and 18. All right, so again, I'm going to practice. This is adding, so I need like terms. So I see a x squared, now I'm going to add them. 3 plus 4 is 7x squared. I don't have anything to combine this 2 with, so I'm just going to bring it to the back. All right, here I see an x squared. Actually, sorry, I'm multiplying. There's a dot there, so I am not going to combine like terms. I am going to multiply all of my numbers regardless of what they are. So 3 times 4 is 12, times 2 is 24. And I'm going to add my exponents. 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 plus a hidden 1 is x to the 5. So 2 completely different steps. All right, this says find perimeter. Perimeter is adding all sides. So that means that I need to write in all my sides, because if I just add these 2 sides, I don't have perimeter. I need to add this side, and I need to add this side. All right, so now I'm going to start with x squared. I see an x squared here. I'm going to go all the way around, and there's another one. 3 plus 3 is 6x squared. I'm going to mark them off so I know that I'm done with them. Now I'm going to box all my x's. X, 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 x. All right, so 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 plus 3, that is 18x. All right, now I have constants also, so I'm going to put those in triangles. So negative 10 plus negative 5, or plus 5 plus negative 10, plus 5. Okay, if I put that in my calculator, negative 10 plus negative 10 plus 5, I get negative 10. That is my answer. I can't go any further. All right. And we're just going to go ahead and stop there.